Yeah. Hello again. I re-uploaded the, live stream. Okay, I'm going to wait for people to come again. Oh, 2 watching. Okay, that should be a good sign. Okay, I'll just start again. I re-uploaded the video. And, yeah. So, about that. So, the crab. In the enemy attack script says here, that's the script for the enemy to attack. But even though this is in the crab in the crab's inspector, even though it's added to the crab, it still doesn't work for some reason, and I still don't know why. I think it has something to do with this enemy movement script, but I'm still not exactly sure why it's not working. Queso. And the quicksand slows you down and it makes you not able to jump. But when you get back on normal sand, like this doesn't actually hurt you, and I still don't know why. So I still don't know why the crab. What just happened? I still don't know why the crab doesn't attack you. I still don't know why that's not. I still don't know why the crab doesn't attack you. So yeah. So yeah. So in the enemy attack, it basically says if collision dot compare tag player health collision get component health. If player health is null, take damage out debug dot log owie. So I'm going to only have this show, and then I'm going to wait. Is it? Okay, it's like that. So I'm going to only turn on debug.logs and then see if when I touch the crab, it logs out. So yeah, even though the script says it's still not working. The enemy attack script is on. The damage is on. But for some reason, it doesn't work. I don't know why, but it doesn't work. So still, for some reason, even though it's supposed to, and if you go into the debug.logs not one owie has been played. So wait. Okay, it's tag and layer enemy. Both of it is correct, yet it still doesn't work. I don't know why, but it still doesn't work. Maybe. Oh. Okay, it has a box collider. If I set it to is trigger, let me pause the game. And then go out, scene, go here. Unpause. Again, look at this. Look. It's falling. It's falling. Like I warned you about. Because it's its trigger. For some reason it's falling. That keeps happening. It happened with the player earlier in the development, and this has just been so yeah, because it's in is trigger, it's falling for some reason, even though that's not what's supposed to happen. Clearly. Is the music louder than my voice? I think probably. So yeah, it keeps falling, even though it's not supposed to. It keeps doing. I don't know why it doesn't do that. I mean, it does do that. Even though it's just its trigger, why is it falling then? And then the only logical solution I have is to make a duplicate of it that doesn't have the is trigger, and then put the one that does have an is trigger a child of that. But now watch what happens. Oh, that actually works. Wait, did I figure this out? Wait, hold up. Okay, it's working properly. It seems good. But now, it still doesn't hurt you. Probably because the parent doesn't have a trigger. And that's why it's not working, because it doesn't have a trigger, but it needs a trigger to not fall through the ground. Why was I going to say ground? It's a lose-lose situation, because if it's falling, if it does have the trigger, yes, it's going to hurt you, but it's also a rigid body, so it's going to fall into the ground. But if, wait, I need to put the one that doesn't have the is trigger, and then put the one that has the is trigger. Make it not a rigid body. I've done it. Eureka! Okay, now if I play, I immediately die, and then I die again, but then I die again. But now, if I go over there, I'll probably and that's another bug. Okay, let's see now. It works! It works! It works! I figured it out! It works. Finally, I figured it out. Okay, I figured out the crab. Now all I would have to do for the crab is make an animation for it and then make a drawing for it. So yeah, I figured it out. So I got the crab to work. That was the formula. Okay, now I'm going to go into the jungle. Remember the jungle? So I'm going to go into the jungle. And then I tried to make a flower that hurts you here. But wait, no. Now I know the secret. I know the secret. Sentient hurt flower. I can make it red. And then all I have to do is make one, put this one in that, then don't remove the rigid body, and then turn on its trigger. It's simple as that. Okay, now if I play the jungle. Dang, that human got that. I mean, that bee got that. Oh my god. And see, it works. It works. Eureka! I died. This might be the first time I'm happy I died. It works. It works. I got it to work. I figured out the secret. I figured it out. So it wasn't about the script. It was... Okay, I got it. Too bad only like 2 or 1 person got to see that great achievement. Okay, I figured it out. All I have to do is put the one with the is that doesn't have the is trigger, make that apparent. That was a cough sneeze. In the one that does have the is trigger. I figured it out. Okay, there's only 2 people watching this. This is very pathetic. And not only did I figure out how it worked, I got it on camera. This is like paradise. Okay, so I figured that out. Now what do I do? Okay, now I'm going to work on the beach level. So... yeah. Uh-oh. Okay. So I figured out how to make it work. So there's 4 watching right now, so I assume there's more people here to see my discovery. Okay, remember how so because it's an is trigger, anytime it was the is trigger, it fell through the floor. Okay? But I figured out how to make it work. But the rigid body is there. So the rigid body is gravity, right? So all I would have to do is make one enemy to duplicate the enemy, and then make one have be is trigger, and then one not be is trigger, and have the rigid body. So now it can move left to right and damage the player, because it's really two. It's really 2 parts. But it's the same thing as 2 parts. I mean 1 part. What? Okay, so look. How did the damage transfer through lives? Okay, for some reason it damages me twice, but still, the fact that I'm taking damage is, I figured it out. Like, Okay, I'm back. So, I figured it out. Okay, so I figured the crab out. And the quicks. Okay, so I figured how to make the crab. Oh, hi Nate the Carrot. I didn't get VS Code yet, but I'll probably get it in the future. Right now, I'm still using, what is this called? Text edit. So yeah, I've definitely heard of it before. I just don't have it for some reason. But I figured out how to make the crab take damage. So, let me give a demonstration. Let me make a new part. Let me make a new object. Now add a box collider to this object and then add a rigid body. So if the trigger is on, look what happens. Pause. Look, it fell through. Okay, go back. See, it's falling because of its trigger. Because its trigger is set to true. So, if its trigger means that if there's something in the code that is a trigger, that it basically uses that, because box colliders are what detect collision, and that's basically allowing you to detect collision and then do something in the script. So, the thing about that is for enemies, it falls through the floor because its triggers, because they have a rigid body, which is gravity, which makes them fall through the floor because they're set to its trigger. So what I figured out how to do is put one object be the parent of another object that it has its trigger and doesn't have a rigid body, and then the parent has a box collider and then a rigid body 2D and all that. So what this will do is that because it's actually two parts. So one is the trigger part, and so because one crab is the child of another crab. I know that those terms are very weird, but that's how this crab will always be in the same position as this crab, fixing the rigid body problem, because it will just follow it and be in the same position. So look. See? It damages you now. It actually damages you. So now that works. So now the crab actually hurts you. So now that works, which is good. Okay, so that works. The next thing I would have to do for the crab to make it finished is make the drawings for the crab and then animate it and then the usual stuff. So now, moving on to the quicksand. The quicksand is there. So I think after this, there should be like another castle. So the castles are like mini gauntlets in the dividing the level. Oh, and I also have to give these umbrellas actual textures because right now they're still pink blobs. So I have to draw this, possibly draw a texture for the sand, and textures. I have to draw a lot of textures. I am very sure that this game still looks very prototypey because it is prototype. It is a prototype, so I mean it makes sense. What do you use for image editing like art? I use Photoshop. Yeah. For art, I think I use Photoshop. Yeah, I should probably use Adobe Animation because it's very annoying to animate each like every and that's probably why the animations are so bad or animations are so did I say so simple? That's why the animations are so simple because I'm using it in Photoshop. Photoshop isn't meant for animation. And like a month ago or a couple of months ago, I found out Flip-a-Clip has a feature where you can export your animation as a PNG sequence. That would have been very helpful for the development of this game. So, yeah. If I just used Flip-a-Clip this whole time, I'm pretty sure the animations would look a lot better. Also, I should probably turn this design on this boat into a language of some sorts. Because right now it's just random scribbles that look like it looks like it means something, and I should probably make it actually mean something. So yeah. So now it's time for level design. So all I'm going to do is copy this sandcastle and then move it over here. And then go to obstacles, shore 3, and then extend this way more. Maybe up to here. That looks like a lot, but how fast the player moves and how short these levels are, it's really not. So just make it like that. And then how are you going to get in there, buddy? Go into the structures, then go into this. and then just size that up a bit so the player can actually go into it. And then for this sandcastle, because the crab mechanic is introduced, I think the level should just be a bunch of crabs. Just like in a concerning amount of crabs. Or just one crab or two crabs bouncing around. So put one crab here. Maybe one crab there. And one crab at the bottom here. So let's see if that is complete and utter chaos. Welcome to the game show of let's see if that is complete and utter chaos. Okay, both of these just have gotten stuck on the wall for some reason. I don't know why did it get... Have you worked with Unity's tile system before? Not really. I probably should learn how to use the tile system, but I haven't for very long. So yeah, that I should probably learn it, but I didn't. So now we're here. Yay! No. Okay, let me try making the order in there like a 2 so it doesn't become yellow, and then I don't know if that'll fix it getting stuck to the wall though, but might as well give it a shot. I didn't know paint changed the properties of objects. And yeah, they're red, but they got stuck to the walls again, so I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Okay, maybe I should make them further from the wall, I guess. Okay, first we need to look at what they do before they get stuck. And then they just get stuck to the wall. Okay? So I think this is a case. So the player used to get stuck to the walls, and I just need to change the materials for player, and then they probably won't get stuck to the walls. Okay, now let's see. Let's see if they got... This looks even worse, honestly. How did they get stuck to the walls even more? How does that... What's that logic? Okay. Okay, see. Okay, no, they're just toppling. Okay, but what... Why does those two get stuck? Okay, I'm going to move them a little to the right. A little to the right a little bit. So I can further observe them. Observations. I love observations! Yeah! Okay, look. Too slow. You're too slow. Okay, here. And that's... So they just move, and then they get stuck. It's as simple as that. So why is this happening? I'm asking you. Okay, they all have the player material. Why are they getting stuck? Oh, wait. It's probably because the player material that doesn't have a rigid body. It's in the box collector. So I have to manually add the player material. What the player material does is basically all it does is make you not stick to walls while you're moving. Like you're moving and then you jump and then you. What is the code? What do you mean, what is the code? What do you mean, what is the code? Are you talking about this? You just want to see that? Or... I don't really know what you're asking me here, but... are you asking for me to show you my code? Are you asking how the code works? Oh, what is the code for the crabby guy? Okay. So, the code for the crabby guy is basically here. So this is the code: body.velocity equals vector to move direction times speed. It's basically just a shorter version of the WASP script. So let me go to World 1. So this is the WASP boss. And all I did is basically just reuse the movement in here, but like cut some of the things like the phases and stuff and just make it like a very cut version of that script. So basically it says if moving left, flip this. So okay. If it finds the tag, if it collides with a wall, it will change direction, and then it will move, and then it will change direction, move, change direction, again and again. So that's basically how it works. And then, in Void's update, I think it just says, if moving right, set scale to if moving right, set scale to normal, no flipping. If moving left, flip the sprite horizontally. So if moving right is the normal version, and then if it's moving left, you flip the sprite, and then if it's moving right, you make it's normal again. And then it's always just moving. And then there's other code to tell it which direction to move. So back to the water level, I think I added it for each crab child. Why is it called child? It's so now the player material is added to each of the crabs. So now it should work. Well, except the first crab, but he doesn't matter. That's what all things to say. Excuse me? Okay, I added it for each square. And it's still not moving. I added it for every single square, and it's still not moving. So that's a real a real head scratcher. Why? Okay, so I still don't know why they aren't moving. So I'm just going to take them out. I'm just going to make them. What's this check mark called? What do you mean stream delay? It's probably just natural stream delay, but the wall's tagged with the wall tag. Okay, let's see. Sandcastle structure. Oh, they aren't tagged with the wall tag, huh? So that's why they're not moving. And now they work. Look at them go. And so now they just topple onto each other. I think I should make them tag. But, okay. Now I have to individually go to each of these to change them to wall, so they don't bounce off of each other. Ah. Okay, let's see if it works now. This is probably the least effective way to solve this, but okay, let's see now. But the player script uses the enemy tag for damage. Don't they need to keep that? Okay, I see what you're saying, but I talked about. So the reason they're not falling through the ground is because they're multiple parts. So one part is tagged enemy and the other part is tagged wall. So now they would work because one part is tagged enemy and then the other one is tagged wall. But I haven't tested it yet, so I really don't know anything. That did absolutely nothing. Okay, at least it still damages you. But right now we're going to focus on this actual structure of it. So this can be the same. You can go you'll walk over there and then you'll jump down and then you'll jump over here and then you'll do that. You'll jump up. But instead of doing that, the next one will be like this. but it will be a one-way platform. And I actually have a tag for one-way platform, and then I'll just make an area effector 2D, and then make this used by effector. Then, wait, no, that's area effector 2D. I need platform effector 2D. And then just do that for actually, never mind that. Just get rid of all of these. And then keep this. And then just duplicate it until you get to the last one. And then make all of the sandcastle legs that's one-way platformable. Just make them a little transparent so the player, just a slight visual hint. That, oh, I can jump. It's very slight, but it still works. And these are not that even. Okay, that looks even. That looks more equivalent. Okay, do the first sandcastle. Then jump up. Get out of the quicksand. And then here, do that. You can basically just do that until you reach this, and then you can just do that, which is significantly easier. But when I add the enemies, it's going to be harder. Speaking of that, now the enemies will actually work because they're not going to clutter up and clump together, because there's a dedicated section for each enemy, for each crab. So turn on crab 2, put it in the middle. Delete all of the other crabs. Duplicate, duplication. Yeah! Then duplicate there. And then duplicate again. And then put all of these crabs in the sandcastle. And then make an empty, create empty, put it in sandcastle, and then name it crabs. And then put all the crabs in here. Why are they abnormally large? I mean, at least they work, but this part is impossible. How did that happen? What happened? Why did they just size up? Okay, pause. Let's see what happens if I try to. And it just instantly recoils. Like a spring. Like a spring! I mean, they could just be really big crabs, but that... Why? Is it the material? What? Why did they just become large? How did they just size up? Oh, because, I need to make these the same. Okay, maybe I should just test with one crab and then make the rest. Now see if they're abnormally large. They're not abnormally large. So now just copy and paste, like 9 times. 1, 2, 3. Backtrack. 4, 5. And I need to charge my computer. Be right back. While you wait, I'm going to play some Bumbleline music on loop until I come back, which probably won't be that long. invite him back. Is anyone even still watching this? Been streaming for about 1 hour. So. I think I'm going to call it a day. Yeah. It seems like no one else is watching this, so. I might stop. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it a day. Have a good day. Have a good week. Have a good life. And